Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. This is Bose831 Gaming, and welcome to another episode of my Twitch live stream series. We're playing Farming Simulator 22 Platinum Edition, and we're playing on the ALMA Missouri map. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Without much further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it tonight. And I got to do a little setup and also just kind of do like a mission statement on where we are and what we're doing right now. Because I did end up doing a lot of things off camera here, and I'm sure as you jump in, you're probably already looking around and you already noticed that some things have changed. At least don't look like they did when you ended on the last episode. Bose831. Well, let's get you all up to speed so you can understand where we're at and what I've been doing while I've been away. We've done quite a few things in between episodes. First of all, we merged fields 36 and 39 that are the fields that we acquired when we purchased farmland 35. So we merged those two fields. We cleared the forestry area in between these two fields. We merged those fields. We have also acquired all the precision farming field information and data for both of these fields. We have cultivated this field and planted grass, because we're going to do grass on both of these fields. So we did the lime, we did the fertilizer and planted grass on fields 36 and 39 that have been merged into one field here. Sorry, apologies, I forgot to turn the filters on here. As you can see, we got grass planted here. It's already in its first growth stage, but both of these fields have been merged. We cleared the forestry area in between these two fields. We put down lime, we put down fertilizer, and we planted grass on both of these fields. These were both grass fields originally, but we had to merge both fields together and then cultivate the whole entirety of both fields again, because I wanted to make sure we didn't have any situation where we had parts of the field that were in different growth stages or something weird happened. So we just kind of basically cultivated the whole thing. But for whatever weird reason, the tillage score, it did update here. Let me make sure here. Environmental score. Okay, now the tillage score is now showing as updated now. Okay, that's good. It wasn't when I was last logged in, those tillage scores weren't updated, but for whatever reason they have updated today. So the soil sampling score is maxed out, the tillage score is maxed out for both of these fields, so that's great. For whatever reason, our pH value is still not maxed out, although it should be, because we did lime both fields, and we had it set to automatically adjust based on the soil type. So I don't know what's up with that. We'll address the weed control score here momentarily. We have a little trick for that, but I'm going to wait until the field gets into another growth stage. What else we got to do here? But that's what's going on here. So if you're looking here and you see, okay, that these fields have changed, that's why. The other thing I was trying to do here is I sold the roller that I own, and I purchased a different roller mulcher piece of equipment, and this is the the mulcher slash roller that I purchased is it's a mod. It's called the Lizard Katrina 9000 mod. You can find this mod on your mod hub. I was trying to look here because I want to make sure I give the mod maker that made this mod the proper credit. So let me just do that real quick. And my apologies that I didn't have that already set up when I got on tonight. But let me go look that up real quick because I just want to make sure that we give all of the mod makers credit for their hard work, and then so you can go out and find these things on the mod hub. 9,000. Because when I go to the website, I always have a hard time finding what I'm looking for. So let me see here, because I don't know what the deal is with this search engine on mod hub sometimes. There it is. Okay, this is the Lizard Katrina 9000 mod, and it's by Miyotto Modding. That's Miotto Modding, and it's in the, you'll find it in the mulchers category. So definitely want to check that out. But let's take a peek here. And see, the thing I'm trying to clear here is the field information says it needs rolling. And typically, if you want to clear that state, you have to roll the field right after you plant. But for some reason, I've tried to roll the field with both the grass roller and with the same little roller mulcher I have here, the Katrina 9000, but it's not clearing the needs rolling state. So I don't know what's happening there. It's some kind of little glitchy thing going on with the game right now, I guess. So I'm just going to leave that alone. If I can't clear it, oh well. But I've been doing some research on how I want to work my grass fields and what is the most optimum way of doing them, so that overall I maximize my grass harvest. And based on the information that I found, let me make sure I get this right. I gotta stop and look at my notes here real quick. But based on the information I've researched, the months I want to harvest my grass are March, May, July, and September. I want to harvest my grass as soon as it's ready to harvest in each of those months. And in the month of November, that's the month that I want to roll, so that when we come back, rotate back into March, the grass will be ready to harvest and already have your fertilization state ready to go. So I just want to keep that in mind. The months that I want to harvest my grass are March, May, July, September, and November. Right now we're in August, so if I time this right, the grass should be ready to harvest and once we hit the month of September. I just want to keep that in mind. We rotate through our cycles and just keep that in mind with all of my grass fields, that those are the months that I want to harvest my grass, so that I'm maximizing my potential harvest. I know you can typically get more output when you wait for the grass to reach its second harvest state, because grass actually has 2 additional growth cycles. After, when it reaches the harvest state, it has the ready to harvest state, but it has 2 ready to harvest states. And if you wait to the second ready to harvest state, you can potentially get a greater yield. But when you wait that long to harvest the grass, you're limiting how many times per year that you can actually harvest the grass. If you follow this schedule here that I laid out, you have more opportunities to harvest grass through the entire year. Your yield may be less on those months, but over the course of the year, your yield will be greater because you are able to harvest the grass more times during the year. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and park this mulcher here in our shed. And one of the reasons why I like this mod is it's both a roller and a mulcher. and it allows you to roll and mulch at the maximum speed that your tractor can go. So you can do rolling and mulching at a much faster rate than you typically would be able to do with standard mulching and rolling equipment. Alright, so let's get that parked right there. Alright. So here's where we're at right now. While I was doing all these things off camera, as you can see, we've rolled all the way into the month of August, and I needed to also go ahead and harvest. We have over here by a pig farm, where we at? We have field 11. Okay, it's still, I thought it was ready to harvest. Okay, it's not ready to harvest yet, but it will be on the next day probably. Also thinking about what crops I want to put down on field 12, which also its tillage score is still not maxed out, even though yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Precision farming is really weird and temperamental sometimes, but once we get this irregular cycle going, hopefully all these scores will update and we won't have some of this randomness that's happening right now, because I don't know what's holding the tillage score back on this field right here. Because we cultivated, we removed the stones from the field, which sets the field into a seedbed or cultivated state. I think the tillage may update once we come through and put our crop in this field. But I was just thinking about what crop I want to put in this field. I think in both of these fields I want to work on putting down crops that support our pig food factory here, so that we're always creating crops that support the ingredients that we need for our pig food. So let's go. Because if we look over here, these are the ingredients that we need for our pig food. Potatoes, corn, wheat, and canola. Until we have full production on all of these elements, we will of course buy the ingredients that we need as necessary, but we will supplement that by growing our own crops to produce these materials as well, when and where we can. So I'm definitely going to do that. So looking with that in mind, let's slip over here to the crop calendar and see what we have coming up that's in play that we could put down soon. And we are currently in a canola planting window right now, so we could go ahead and put canola down on field 12. And since I don't want to waste any time messing around when we have a window in order to do so, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my fastest tractor here and my most powerful tractor, because we need this horsepower as we're pulling the planter across the field here. So we're going to go ahead and grab our planter size seeder. And we're going to make our way over to field 12. Well, first let's go ahead and refill the implement so that we're maxed out with all our supplies that we need. And that includes we actually got fertilizer over here on the side, don't we? So let's go over here and grab our fertilizer from here over the side. For seeder. Alright, so that's a fertilizer, so let's just make sure we're all topped off on our seeds as well. So open cover and go ahead and grab our seeds. Alright. Make sure we're all full there. That's some good stuff. Now let's go ahead and get our road beacons turned on, even though right now we're operating with traffic turned off just for simplicity purposes. And that's something I hope they really work on refining in the next version of Farming Simulator, with traffic that actually behaves more intelligently, and it's just not some random drone, but actually has, you know, some functionality and some realism with how it behaves. If they can do it in Grand Theft Auto, they ought to be able to do it in Farming Simulator, you would think. But hopefully they'll work on some improvements to that. Alright, so we're headed to our pig farm, and we're going to go ahead and put down a canola crop. We're going to go ahead and plant canola. And again, the standard practice is right after you plant, you're supposed to roll, and then that should clear that whole needs rolling state. But I don't know if you have to wait one day before you do it or not, or you could do it right after you plant. It's like sometimes with precision farming, I get a little mixed up on that, so I'm not exactly sure what the step-by-step process is right off the top of my brain at the moment. Alright. And today is also Valentine's Day, so I hope everyone's having a wonderful Valentine's Day today. If you're doing something for your sweetheart, hope everything's going smoothly and that your sweetheart is satisfied with whatever it is you got going on. And just happy Valentine's Day wishes to everyone out there, and just making sure that you have a cool and wonderful Valentine's Day. So I guess this is also my Valentine's Day episode / live stream. Alright, so we're over here at field 12, and we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to go ahead and put canola on field 12. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we have that particular crop type selected. Alright, so let's see, canola. This is a seeder that also fertilizes, so we're going to get that added benefit of doing both things at one time. So you'll go ahead and lower seeder and turn it on. And we're going to put down our canola crop. And this field is not that large, so it shouldn't take us that long to get all this stuff down. I guess while we're getting that done, I guess I can go ahead and discuss, you know, some of why I'm doing so many things off camera versus on camera while doing the live stream. And that's just because this is a live series and I'm not doing pre-recorded videos, so in the interest of content, you know, and trying to make sure that I have varied and interesting content, I've kind of decided that I'll do some things on camera and some things off camera, because I don't want to have a series where we're dominated with all these videos of me doing just one particular task or set of tasks, for the entire video, because I know while that might be cool for some to watch. It might not be the same thing for the majority, and I just want to kind of make sure I'm showing you, a variety of different things that we're doing. Definitely, I will have some episodes where you will see me clear an area or expand fields or do some of these other things that I've done off camera, also on a live episode. But in the interest of time, just didn't do it for that particular field and that setup. And there will be definitely some scenarios where we will do some of those things on live. It's just just depends. I make my own best judgments on when it might be good to do for an episode or two, or I do those things off camera, and then we just let you know where I'm at when we come back in on our live. But again, the main reason that I'm doing that is just want to show a lot of different things, so that you get a good idea with a lot of the different things that you can do in Farming Simulator 22. And also, the other part of that is just that I love playing on this map. It's hard for me to wait, 2 or 3 days before I get to play on the map again. I'm kind of impatient like that, because I'm really, excited about what I'm doing right now, and I'm really having fun, and I just really love this map. And I just got all these things always going on my brain about what, different ideas about what I want to do, and I can't often wait in between episodes before I'm ready to get into it and do this other thing that I thought about. There's some of that thrown in there too, but hopefully it all works out, and I'm providing content that you want to see. But definitely, if there's other things you want to see me do, or you got some questions, comments, concern about what it is that I'm doing, or you want to see me do some other things, just let me know. Hit me up in the comments, and put your requests out there, and I'll definitely take those things under consideration. Right now, we're just gonna go ahead and get this canola planted, and as you can see here, if you look over on the mini heads-up display over to the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see that the nitrogen value for the field is updated in real time. In this particular scenario, you can see it's going from the orange and red state to the green state, and that's what we want to see. That's all good. And just going to take us a little while here to get the canola planted. And the other thing, as you see here, this is a small field, but if I was doing a much larger field, this would definitely take a lot of time to do the planting. And because I'm doing this live, I can't do like jump cuts or all that kind of stuff, at least not right now. I could do all those things to my video before I upload it to YouTube, but then that would defeat the purpose of what we're doing on my Twitch channel, and it would be a disservice to my viewers that are viewing me from Twitch, because people that view my videos from Twitch, you're looking at the most raw version of my videos. When I upload my videos to my YouTube channel, I put a little intro on the front of it, and an outro or exit on the back end of it. But for the most part, I don't do any edits to that Twitch video, so you're still getting the raw Twitch video in its full format in most cases. Really, the only time I really do any edits sometimes, or if there was like some situation where my Twitch stream dropped or something like that, or there's a disconnect or some other weird thing like that. Of course, over the past, I've also had issues where I didn't have my mic plugged in fully, so we had no audio and all kind of little weird things like that from time to time. I was on mute, I forgot to unmute, different little stuff like that. But other than that, you get my videos pretty much in their full form as they are. That's why when I'm doing stuff like you see here, when I'm planning, I just don't, in a lot of cases, want to make it where my whole video is just me, running with the planner across one particular field, especially when that field will take the entire 2-hour duration of my live stream to get one field planted. In this case, it's not too bad, but it's a small field, so I'm just doing this one real time and manually. We also got a lot of contracts that popped up today as we're on day 1 in August, and we are still in need, getting up a little hard up for cash again, so I'm gonna have to work contracts for a little bit more here for a little while until we can get our cash back up. Because I want to make sure we're not running into the red. And the way I'm playing this series, I will take loans here and there, but I really don't want to take too many loans or as little loans as possible. So most of the time, when I need cash, we're going to get our cash by working contracts. That's the way I'm going to do it in this particular series. Again, I won't be 100% against loans. I will definitely get some loans when the situation presents itself, but that's not how we're going to operate, most of the time. All right, let's go ahead here. And again, the one thing I want to check to see here is once I get this field fully planted, when we look at the field status, so it should show the field info. It should show that the field is fully planted, but is now in the needs rolling state. And I want to see if I come through with the Katrina 9000 roller mulcher, if it clears that state. Because at this point, again, I don't know why that needs rolling state is not clearing on my grass fields at the moment. So that has me a little bit confused, actually. I don't know what's going on there, why that needs rolling state refuses to clear. Alright, just about finished planting our canola on field 12. And then once that's done, we'll go back to the main farm, grab our Katrina 9000 roller, and come back and run the roller over this field and see if that needs rolling condition updates. Okay. Alright, there we go. That looks good. So now we're done seeding. We got canola in field 12. Let's take a peek at the filter screens to make sure everything looks happy. So, okay, you see here, canola. When we go to the crop types filter, when we go to the growth filter, you see we're in the first growth state. We go to the soil composition filter. Okay, you see needs rolling shows on the soil composition. So I'm gonna step out the tractor, look at field info. And I'm kicking myself already. I made a rookie mistake, guys. Sorry about that. I'm supposed to put lime down first. I have not. So I'm doing this totally backwards. So, and that's on me. My apologies. I'm just so excited to get on here and get these things going that I did that totally backwards. We still can go ahead and put lime down now, but I don't know if it's going to react the same way. Hate that I made that mistake. Well, actually, let's not bring. Well, actually, we still do need to bring this tractor here. We still need to grab the roller too. Sorry guys, I made a big time rookie mistake this time. But you plow, cultivate, lime, then plant, then fertilize. Sorry, I'm totally messing up the rotation. I made the same mistake when I was doing this stuff off camera as well. My apologies. I'm just doing it all wrong right now. Don't follow my example. Alright. Once we get back to the main farm, I'm going to grab the Katrina 9000 roller. We're going to bring that over to field 12. Then they're going to hop over into my other smaller, faster. Well, actually, no. We're not going to do that because I remember another issue I ran into here. We're actually going to use the same tractor for both operations. But we're going to grab the lime spreader first, because lime is a little heavier than fertilizer, and with my other tractor I was running into an issue with the tractor being out of balance even with the front weight. So I'm going to use this heavier tractor with more horsepower for the liming operation. So let's go ahead and pick that lime spreader back up. Use the John Deere for both. Oops. Having a brain fart already. But it's brain fart Wednesday. Alright, so let's go grab some lime. Let's see how much we have on the farm first and foremost. I think we're still out. And lime goes very quickly. Yes. It's going to purchase 5,000 liters of lime. Alright, off the top. And this tractor is a little more heavy than the Case IH Maximum CBX 115. But as you can see, we got a full load of lime. It's still unbalanced, so we still need to wait. So we're gonna drop our weight here. And make sure we add the front rate on this setup we got going here for the moment. So I'd rather just run add code 1500 weight. What was it, the 1500? So we add code 650. And that's also one of the issues there. We're gonna need to purchase a larger weight too, and that'll help with the smaller tractor there, so it won't be so unbalanced when we're running a lime. That's something I'll handle off camera when watch me drive to the shop and swap those weights out. But what I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab at least 2 weights on the farm, probably about 900 to 1,000, and at least have 2, so I always have at least 2 weights available for my tractors. And again, the proper order that I should have done this was, should have plowed, cultivated, then put your lime down, then do your seeding, and then do your fertilizer. But in my excitement to get my crop down, I just totally forgot about that additional step in the process. Well, at least I forgot what is the order of the steps in the process as well. Alright, but by the way, here we go. We're going to go ahead and get this lime spread on this field and see what it does. Now that we're doing it a little bit backwards. If you look over on our precision farming before we get started, you'll see a pH. That's actually already pretty good. But then when you look here and look at the field info, okay, where is it? Why am I not seeing the field information? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you see here the pH value is the second bar, And right now it's showing really low. Although when you look here, the numbers look like they should be good. When you step to the field, it says bad. So it's just something, one of these things is showing incorrect information. Alright. We're going to activate the, oops. Activate automatic application rate. Change nitrogen reference value. Wait a minute. Okay, I just saw activate automatic application rate. Change nitrogen reference value. Current, and the flag indicates what our target reference value is. That's what we want to get to. So let's go ahead and turn on the fertilizer spreader. And as you see here, excuse me, there to your left, at the lower left, the heads up display is showing real time. The dark green color on that screen shows you what our pH for this field is looking like. And we're going to run out of lime before we can get the whole field done. I say this stuff goes fast. Boom, there it is. And that's going to bring to light another mod that I have installed that we're going to use in this particular scenario. We're going to go over to vehicles, cars, and this is another useful mod I find, especially when you're first starting out. Of course, once you've established your farm, you're going to have access to a lot of different pieces of equipment that could do the same thing a lot better for you. But this is a great mod here for if you're just starting out on a new farm and you don't have that much money to work with, and you still want to be able to perform certain services on your farm, or you need to move equipment around, such as lime, fertilizer, pallets. Also, these trucks also do liquid fertilizer, herbicide, water, milk, diesel fuel, but just great. It also can function as a gooseneck to you're able to afford some better trucks with gooseneck implements as well. But here's the function we want to use right now for the pallets. We're not caring about any other bells and whistles right now. We just want to go ahead and get the pallet version of the truck. We're going to go ahead and lease it for $2,000, and then we want to go down to big bag pallets and just grab a couple of pallets of lime. Let me see, I want to use that brand. Actually, I just use the big bags. Solid fertilizer. That's lime's 350 Hammond. That's 2,000 liters. Big food. Fertilizer bag, seeds bag, barley. Let's see here. Let's try 1, 2. Let's see what 2 of those is. So let's hop up to the shop. Refill car. Alright. That's 1. trying to look up the information on the mod. My apologies there for going dead there for a little bit, but this mod is called the Service Pickup 2017. It's by the IBM modding team, and it's a great mod again to use when you're just starting out and you don't have, you got a low budget, you don't have that much money to invest in vehicles or all the associated equipment, trucks or whatever. This is a good place to get started when you need a cheap truck to haul stuff around, so on and so forth. Like we're doing here, we're just going to grab this line, bring it over to field 12, we're going to refill our lime spreader, and if we have any excess line, we'll put that extra stuff in our silo. We'll just drive this truck over to our main farm and unload to our main farm silo for lime. Alright, so the next stop is field 12. As you probably already saw, we got a lot of contracts on the screen here, so I'm definitely going to have to work some of those. And again, that's something I'm probably going to do off camera. It's just easier just to keep it going that way, so that way we're not missing anything. And again, whenever we get back to our live, next scheduled live Saturday, just have to let you guys know where we're at, get you up to speed with where we're at the point that we come back in on our live, because I'm definitely going to be continuing to play this farm off camera, but also utilizing this farm for this live stream series as well. Alright, so we're here. Like, why does that crop look like it's in a ready to harvest state? Because it is. Why is it showing? Well, why when I look at it on the filters menu, it's showing still green? Oh, growth. I was looking at the wrong filter. Jeez. Again, I'm just making all kind of little rookie mistakes tonight. Got a crop that's ready to harvest as well, so I'm still got that going on as well. So that's another thing we're going to end up doing tonight, it looks like. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and unload some lime here. Oops. Press the wrong button there, but we can still... Let's go ahead and refill the fertilizer spreader with all the lime. And go ahead and move the tractor out of the way. And then hop back in the service truck. And let's go pick up these pallets. These big bags. Still got a cool 2,000 liters. So that's what we're waiting for. Got a little stream going through here, and that's where the stream is located at. We're going to drive that way. Out of fertilizer again. So let's go. Our service truck. Still got 2,000 liters on board. And it's going to drive back over here by the fertilizer spreader. Got the little trigger pop up. And unload that 2,000 liters. Alright, and that's it. So hopefully that will be enough for us to finish off this field. It looks like it will be. Okay, of course it's being temperamental. Let's deactivate. Alright. Activate automatic application rate. Alright, so yeah, there you go. We got the lime down. And now if we go and look at the filters, let's see what it's telling us. Alright. Let's see. The field is in the needs rolling state, but let's go over to precision farming. Menu to pH. It's full green now. Soil information, nitrogen is full green. So canola, pretty straightforward. And it'll probably take a little bit for the environmental score indicators to catch up, I believe. So, oops, I thought turn that bad boy off. Alright, so we're done with the fertilizer spreader. I'm not going to bore you with driving all this piece of equipment back to the main farm, so we're going to, in interest of time, so we do have to bring that back to the farm. I should have left it loaded up. Stand corrected. Alright, so let's load it back up. Alright, which brings to mind another little, minor issue that we're gonna. Alright, let's do this. A couple of other ideas I had when I was just messing around here and looking at what I want to do. Another little thing I want to work on right here in this area with field 49, we're going to expand field 49. We're going to fix this whole, whatever this is going on here, hopefully. Get rid of these trees, these hedges, and we're going to expand field 49 all the way up close to where our pig food factory is. This building that you see here on the mini map is no longer here. We actually moved that building over here, so we do have some area here where we can expand. Let me also look here. There's a ditch here, so we don't want to go too far here over to the right, but we're going to go ahead and expand our field out a little bit more and bring it all the way up to right up to the edge of our pig food pig food processor or factory or plant or whatever you want to call it. But right now, we got another thing we need to address. We got a crop that we can harvest. So let's go ahead and we're done with our service pickup, so we can go ahead and return that back to the shop. Alright, so we're going to go back to our leased items, cars, pick up 2017, return that back to the shop. Now let's go ahead and grab our harvester. Because we have a crop that we can harvest that it didn't even realize was ready to go. Go ahead and address that issue as well, and then from there, if we have some more time, we'll pivot back to that whole rolling situation that we talked about at the start of tonight. Okay, where we at? Alright, so here we go. And again, heading over to field 12, that's the hot topic for tonight. And probably going to evaluate off camera, but we probably are going to go ahead and trade this harvester in that we started out with for another harvester that has a little more capacity, and also get a header, a fast farming header, which I know is not realistic, but in the interest of what we're doing on the series, and so that we can get through a lot of the things I want to do in the day to day as we're going through this series, so you can see a lot of different aspects of gameplay for Farming Simulator 22. I'm going to play on this series, like I've always indicated from the start, a mix of realistic and unrealistic gameplay. So if you're one of those guys that are hardcore about ultra realism, this may not be your series. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade a harvester in for one with a larger capacity, and then grab a header that allows me to use normal farming or fast farming, so when we need to, we can quickly get through harvesting some of these larger fields, so that way I can get around and doing other things. So you can see me doing different activities or showcasing other aspects of gameplay for Farming Simulator 22 on this ALMA Missouri map. At some point, we're also going to be doing some things where we utilize the biogas plant. Right now, we don't have anything going on where we need to do anything that involves the biogas plant. We will, once we get the cows going full steam, and we have some slurry and all that good stuff going on. So just stay tuned for that. We do have slurry at both of our cow barns, so we will definitely have a lot of slurry to deal with once we get enough cows and gets the cows going in full rotation. We got solid manure. We only have that on one of the 2 cow barns, but we still have some different things we can do with manure. Stay tuned for all of that in the future. Alright, so here we are. We got our header, harvester in place, and let's go ahead and get set up, and let's go ahead and harvest these peas. So let me get the header attached here. Am I coming? That's right, this ground is not level, so it's not going to let me do what I need to do here. Get in an area where we have some more level surfaced. I'm just driving like a maniac here. Crash counter +1 because that was definitely a crash. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's see if we can get attached. Boom. Alright, much better. Clear all this area out. Get rid of all these stupid little trees that frame this field so we don't run into any issues there. In fact, I gotta come this way because that tree is in the way and my harvester just can't even fit in that little area. Go ahead there, turn on the harvester. That's where we're gonna unfold the harvester. Alright, so we're harvesting peas. As you can see in this field, we haven't got rid of the stones on this field, so we're going to need to do all of those things here. In fact, that'll probably be the next step in the process as far as this field is concerned, as we'll come through with a stone picker. Peas don't give you straw, I don't believe, so there's no straw that we can pick up from this harvesting operation. As usual, even though this is a very small field, we don't really need to create a headland. Still, we'll go ahead and do it anyway because it's kind of just a good practice, especially when you're working any kind of regular size or shape fields. That way, if you do want to use a worker on that field, you would potentially run into less issues with the worker trying to figure out and navigate their way around that field that you're trying to work. Today's prop is a custom prop associated with this map. This is not a standard prop. This map has a few custom props. And as you see here, by how much time it's taking, even with this very small field, that's definitely why I want a larger capacity harvester and a fast farming header with that harvester as well, so you can see me harvest, some more of my fields that I own, do so in a timely manner. And since most of the content I'm producing will be on a live stream, I don't have the ability to do jump cuts or special edits where we speed up the video per se. These are again our Twitch live streams. So the next best thing I could do is use fast farming equipment or fast farming processes when and where I can. That's what I'm going to do, at least for this series. In the future, I will probably be also posting some pre-recorded videos, but when I do those videos, once I learn how to do some of those edits and all of that, some of those other things that people do with more polished and more edited videos, I definitely, do so. But right now, that's not where my skill set is at. But that is something I am going to be working on behind the scenes between episodes. And also my apologies again right now, as I'm starting to get a little bit of a toothache for whatever reason, so my speech sounds a little bit more slurred than usual. That's the reason why, is because I have a tooth that's kind of aggravating me a little bit right now, and has been for the last day or so. So maybe if this continues to persist, I may be setting up for a visit to the dentist sooner rather than later. Just hate paying all those nasty little co-pays. I'm employed and have a very decent HMO and dental insurance. The co-pays are still monster. I'm not looking forward to that, and also just going, and generally speaking, visiting the dentist is not one of my favorite things. I also suffer from periodontal disease. I have gingivitis, so because I have just gingivitis, which is a type of gum disease, I have to have special treatment. It's called periodontal treatment. I have to see a specialist type of dentist, a periodontal specialist, and special care has to be provided to my situation because of my dental condition. So that's all that is. I have to see a specialist. So of course my dental maintenance and everything. All that stuff costs a little bit more than somebody who might, have a normal dental situation without special care scenarios going on. And because of that condition, I have to use, I use a special super brush, a sonic toothbrush, but one recommended by the dentist for people in my particular dental situation. So I spend a decent amount on toothbrush heads and associated equipment. Alright, but we're getting almost to the point where we got our this field harvested. And it looks like, at least for this particular harvest, we won't fill up the harvester before we finish harvesting the entire field. Once we prep this field for precision farming and put whatever crop we're going to put here in the future, though, this is probably one of the smallest yields we'll ever get in this field. Our future harvest will have a much better yield rate once we get this field prepared for precision farming. And also, like I indicated, we are going to expand this field. I don't know if this will be one that I do off camera, because I don't know, definitely don't think we're going to have time of night to get into all of that. There's this other little thing is I got to clean up this area right here. Oops, and I just drove myself right into it. See if you could kind of landscape that. This area right here and smooth that out a lot more than what it's doing right now. And actually, we can go ahead and unload our harvest right here in the silo right here on our farm. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the maximum capacity is for the silo. Thing I need to keep in mind while I'm thinking about things we can do on this farm is, depending on what my needs are, we may need to pivot what we're doing. So at least as far as the silo situation is on this farm, in case we need to get rid of this silo and bring in another silo with greater capacity. I do have some options I could do there. There's some underground silo options. There's some above ground silo options. There's multi-fruit silos, but we'll get into that in the future. But right now, I think we're good with what our current needs are as far as silos on this particular farm. And again, a lot of these things I'm talking about are also relative, depending what my operating budget is for for my entirety of farming operations, and that's why I got to get back to working contracts so that we don't have to take out as many loans. Good. So I finished with the harvester. And again, I'm not going to bore you with driving my harvester back to the main farm, at least while we're on the live tonight. That's something I can do off camera. So where we're at now, we do need to go bring that Katrina roller over here. There's a few different things I want to do here. still early in the day. Here's what I'm gonna do, because I keep talking about making sure we get this field set up for precision farming. That's what we're gonna do first. So you can see us work that out real time, live here tonight. First of all, we are gonna go ahead and see if we can do a preliminary landscaping here. See if we can kind of smooth this stuff out here. I'm gonna go to landscaping. We're gonna go to sculpting, and I'm gonna try the soften filter first. Let me see if I can max out the brush strength. And let's bring it out. Is anything happening, boys and girls? I can't really tell. But we definitely need to smooth this thing out. Okay, there we go. The brush, make sure the brush strength. Let's change the cursor size. Alright, just make sure we're getting all of this. Smooth all that out as best that we can. Alright, let's see how that does. Alright. Much better, much better. Not perfect, but it will do. So now we got a couple of other things we need to do here. Let's go ahead and where did the tractor go? I'm going to reset this tractor to the shop, so you won't have to watch me drive all the way to the shop. Then we're going to go into our vehicles menu, our tools menu, and we're going to go on our forestry equipment. And another mod that I find very useful, although it's not a realistic mod, but it's perfect for the application that we're going to do tonight. And this is the lizard devour trees mod. And let me see if I can look up real quick who's the artist for this particular mod. Okay, this is by Raleigh Christie and VSR Modding Sir, and it's under forestry equipment. And this is the Devour Trees mod. And this mod is functions as both a stump grinder and a tree wood chipper type device, if you would. So again, it's under forestry equipment, and it's called the Devour Trees mod. And we want to set the capacity to 50,000. We want the Unreal version of it, and we're going to go ahead and lease that. And we're going to lease a small trailer, so again, this way you're not having to see me drive back and forth to grab this thing or that thing. So I'm going to go ahead and lease a trailer as well. Let me go here. even though I own a trailer. I just want to make sure I get one with enough capacity, because I don't really know how much capacity of a trailer I need, so I want to make sure I get something that's a little extension, just in case. And that's all we need, so let's go ahead and lease that. 2277. Alright, so let's go to the shop and let's see what we have construed. So we got a little tree devourer mod, and we have our trailer, and then go ahead and do a little landscaping. But first we do have to drive back over to field. Yeah, I just realized I already had a trailer lease. I didn't even have to lease another trailer. Totally forgot about that. Alright, you live, you learn. My bad. Definitely didn't have to spend that much to lease a trailer. Alright, anyways, making a lot of mistakes tonight. A lot of rookie mistakes, but that's all part of the fun sometimes. And again, next stop, field 12. The sad thing is, I was keeping that trailer around so that I wouldn't waste money on leasing costs, just in case I need it again, based on some of the stuff I was experimenting with off camera, and just totally forgot all about it. As you can see, our operating budget's getting pretty low. We're down to $193,000, so definitely got to kind of pump that back up a little bit. Because there's definitely some more equipment that we need. One of the other things I wanted to get into tonight, but I don't know if we're all going to have time, is I'm going to go ahead and put down some bale storage sheds for our bales, so they're just not sitting outside, and they can be, and we make sure we have proper storage for our bales. We're going to be using bales a lot in the future, so especially since we'll be making our own TMR, pig food, grass bales for the sheep. We'll probably also put down a chicken food factory at some point, but we're just a lot of different directions we can go. And again, everything that we're trying to do is going to be, for the most part, around making sure we're supporting all of our animal husbandry operations. I haven't given much thought as to which crop I'm going to put on this other field here. Probably since, well, I won't even speculate yet, because we gotta it's gonna kind of be based on where we are in the crop calendar as well. So we'll leave these two trees here for now, because they're kind of nice looking. These trees back here don't really impact anything at the moment, at least per se. I could very much run the field all the way up into this area, but I don't think I will. But we are going to get rid of these hedges, and let's go ahead and Turn the wood chipper on, pipe out. And let's get the chopping. Oh. Guess what, boys and girls? This is gonna be a long night. That one tree just about filled my trailer up. Okay, why does that one little wood chip not want to perforate? Thank you. I do. Raise it up. I'm still tripping over how that one tree filled the trailer. That is insane. Fortunately, we don't have that many trees in this area to get rid of. Alright, that's it. So go ahead and turn it off. The rest of it's just a landscaping deal, so let's go back into landscaping. We want to go to painting this time. We'll put down a grass texture. And just, alright. Just go ahead and get rid of this brush. Or actually, because I like how they got this little dirt skirt around the field. Actually, that's kind of what we need to be doing here, I think. Is that animal mud? Is that the same texture? No. I think it's that one, dirt. Yeah, there's that one. Yep. And this is kind of going to be my outline, at least my guiding light for where the edge of the field. Oops. Is going to be, or at least thereabouts. So I could always come back in and paint grass if need be, and I'm already kind of going too far here. Let's see, how far up do we want to go? It's about right there. Alright. In fact, let's just go ahead and do it that way. Make it real simple. Alright. Get it right there. And right there. About right there. Right there. Thereabouts. And I think that should put me. Okay, you want to be. Okay, why do you do a temperamental tree down? Or is that. A little tree, I guess so. I'm gonna come back and watch that little small tree. I thought that was brush, but that's apparently a small tree. Right. Okay. So let's hop back in. Tractor. And one small tree deleted. Turn it back off. Alright. So next step in the process is, let me make sure, is that where we want to be? Do we want to bring the field out any further? Or, let me think about that real quick. Let's go back into landscaping. Painting. Make sure that's really where we want the line to be. I think it is. Let's see. Because we still want to leave enough space where if we come through with a moderately sized harvester or whatever, we still have a little bit of area to turn it around. Or at least be able to move our equipment around and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we got some wood chips we need to go sell. At least that way we'll get some of our money back. And the next thing I want to get is a plow or a cultivator. I think this time, because I tried when I did the grass fields, I used a shallow cultivator, but I don't think I got the results I was expecting to get. So I think for the first time here, when we create a field, I'm going to use a regular plow and just plow through the entire area that one time. And then from that point going forward, I'll use a shallow cultivator. But the first time I'm setting up a field, I think I'll use a plow, or just a regular standard till plow. And we'll see how that compares to how when I use the cultivator for setting up my grass fields. Let's see if that makes a difference, at least as far as my tillage score is concerned. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to head to the shop. We're going to sell these wood chips. We're going to lease a plow. We're going to come back to field 12 and plow the field. And we're also going to expand that field in the area that I already have marked to increase the field size just a little bit. And then I got to think about what crop I'm going to put down in there. And this time also make sure I can go ahead and lime. And we just do that ahead of time. I don't know what crop I'm going to put in there, but we can still go ahead. Well, excuse me, I forgot one step. after we plow, we need to go come back through with a stone picker and get our stones off the field, and then we line. I'll get it in my head right here at some point. Just bear with me. It's the old man brain kicking in. I only use one brain cell at a time. All right. One on time. Getting a little close now. We got about 20 more minutes to go tonight. And I don't know how far along we'll get before we wrap it up. I'm definitely going to be working on some additional things off camera, so even though we might end this episode tonight at one point on camera, I'm going to be still continue to work everything off camera so that we don't lose any time. And I just have to get you up to speed with where we're at when we come back in on Saturday. Alright, let's go ahead and sell these wood chips first. Alright. Let's see how much we get from those wood chips. $20.99. 200,000. Not bad. We got $11,164 plus another $1,284 environmental score bonus. And that brings to light another point I'd like to make tonight before we get off the air. And that's why we want to continue to focus on improving our environmental score, because the better our environmental score, the more money that we make for everything that we do in the game. You get paid bonuses on top of what you already do. And those bonuses can be very lucrative depending on what it is you're doing. Alright, so we're back, and I'm going to go ahead and return both the trailer that I incorrectly leased and the tree devourer. We won't need those anymore for what we'll be doing, at least tonight for this episode. We're going to return that. Trailers, we're going to return the Bratner trailer. We really didn't need it. And that was just, again, my bad. I just forgot we already had one out set aside just for that purpose. In fact, I forgot that I set that aside and I was thinking ahead for prepping for tonight's episode, and I just totally forgot about it. Alright, so the next thing that we want to do, what I say, I'm still old man brain kicking in again. I'm going to grab a stone picker, and since we already got a trailer out, we're going to use this bad boy right here. No. Actually, we'll go ahead and use this modded stone picker trailer. And this is by Mac Trucker 921. And we just use the standard. Rear hitch. No. Cover. No. Yeah, we'll just use that one. These. And this is a Lizard Stone Picker trailer. And again, this is by Matt Trucker 921. Again, not realistic, but in the interest of time and what we're trying to get through tonight, this is what we're going to use. We're going to go ahead and get the stones off of the field that we're working right now, which I forgot the field number. Again, Old Man Brain kicking in strong tonight, field 11. And hopefully we'll have time here to at least show me getting around to putting down lime again, which means I also probably shouldn't have sold the pickup so quick. Hey, that's part of the whole usefulness of that mod, is you can lease it when you need to, and just, you know, sell it back to the shop when you don't, and you won't lose as much cash as you would if you invested in some of the pickups or semi trucks or all the associated equipment that you might need at the time. Then once you get money, there's a lot of other different things you can do, but if your budget's low, that's definitely the route you want to go. Alright, so next stop is a pig farm, field 11. I guess we won't get around to doing any rolling on our lab tonight, but I'll definitely, well, I won't even make that promise, but we probably won't see tonight, but by the time we come back on our next live, hopefully I have done the field setup enough times here where I have a realistic idea of how the whole rolling thing works in the older operations when you're setting up a new field. Don't quote me on that. We'll just have to see where we are depending on what I get accomplished off camera. Because in setting this field up, we still got a lot of ways to go, and I just realized that I just again forgot, and I keep getting excited, and I keep thinking and forgetting that there's still some additional steps that I have to do here, and again I just jumped ahead of myself. We got to plow before we stone pick. So I should have grabbed the plow first. So we got to make this trip twice. Because I just had another brain fart. Old man brain in full effect tonight. But the good thing here is I can time travel my way at least for part of the trip. So let me go around. Let's go ahead and send our tractor back to the shop. Reset. Alright, so we're going to go, this time we're going to go on our tools menu, and we want to go under plows, because I decided this time I'm going to use a plow instead of a shallow cultivator, and I'm going to use one of my favorite mods of all time, and this is the Lizard 6MT/9MT. This mod maker in my head right off the top, but let me make sure I give proper credit. This one's by Black Sheep Modding. Okay, and did I I hit the right button. No, I didn't even do it yet. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's see. And let's go ahead and lease the... Let's do the 6MT version because I don't... 260. Alright, lease. Yes. Yeah. So I need to change configuration. I could always do so on the farm. And one of the cool things about this mod, as I understand it, if you attach the plow backwards, then you can use a tractor of any horsepower variety. It kind of, it's a little bit of a cheat or an exploit, but you can use a tractor of any horsepower to pull this plow if you attach it backwards. But it's one of those not widely known secrets in Farming Simulator 22 for this particular mod. Alright, and anywho, we're headed back over to Field 11 one more time. And hopefully we got it all together this time. Coming up on the end of tonight's episode. And again, I'm going to continue what I'm doing off camera. I'm also going to work contracts off camera. So when we come back in on the next episode, we're probably going to be in an entirely different scenario. And if we are, we'll see that things look drastically different. Don't be alarmed. Try to get you up to speed on where we're at, or when we're at as well. And we jump back in, and we just pick it up from there. Like I say, I love this map. There's so many things to do. There's a million things I got on the brain that I want to do. Get on here and I start working on different things, just kind of come so many ideas popping in my head. Back before we get off the air tonight, I'm going to outline one other big plan I got in the future for this series, and we'll probably get to some of that on camera, some of it off camera, but definitely gonna make sure we that work in on this map well and in this series. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in just a few moments. These are just some of the ideas that I'm thinking about for future episodes of the series. Alright, so here we are, getting ready to do the plow. Matter of fact, unfold the plow. For this first part of what I'm doing tonight, I'm going to go ahead and turn the worker loose. And let him go ahead and plow this part up while I'm talking. Alright, so let me show you what I'm talking about here while the worker's doing his bit, and we'll pick him up in just a second. These are some of the ideas that I'm looking forward to doing in the future. We want to get enough money to acquire field 35. We're going to get rid of this forestry area between field 36 and 35, and we're going to merge these fields together into one big mega field here. So all of this will go all the way across. We're probably going to also get rid of this forestry area here and bring that across, and then we'll keep this area of forestry here that separates fields 35 from 37 and 38. But I'm also going to purchase 37, 38, and 40, and we're going to get rid of all this forestry area here, here, and here, and merge these fields together as well into one mega field. Notwithstanding that field 40 is already a gigantic field by itself, but I'm going to make this into one supersized field, and probably also going to definitely be doing grass here, but may also do grass here, because this really, all this area right here is really going to be my main primary grass farming area. I'm going to keep the pond that's right here. We're not going to landscape, or I don't think we're going to do any terraforming as far as like removing that pond right now, but don't quote me. I may mess around with it a little bit and see how much luck I have getting rid of that and turning that into workable field area as well. I'm kind of limited in some of the tools I have on console, so I don't know how far I will get with that. But if I can get rid of it and just turn this all into land that I can work, then I will. And if so, I'll expand this area as well. I'm definitely going to merge 35, 36 into 35, 36, and 39 into one field, and 40, 30, 37, 38, and 40 into one field. And again, this is going to take a huge amount of time. We got to get enough money to buy these fields, so that's just stuff that's planned for future episodes and down the line. We got a long way to go before we get there. This map has a lot of huge fields, so got a long way to go. That's just one of the ideas I'm bouncing around there. I'm sure as I get to working some of this other stuff, there'll be some others, but that's where I'm at right now. Now, as far as like support for my pig farm, we're probably going to grab 19 and 20 at some point. We got a little brook or stream going through between 19 and 20. I don't know if I could terraform that out and clear out the forestry area and somehow merge 19 and 20. But again, that's something I may experiment with off camera to see how much luck I have with that. But if we can do it, most definitely will, because we could definitely get rid of all of that, all this mess right here, and expand this field and merge these two. I definitely do it. But if nothing else, we'll just buy them as separate fields and just work them accordingly. But that's all I got for the moment. And we'll just keep 11 and 12, but they are separated. Because I could definitely possibly merge these two fields, but then I wouldn't have access to get to 19, because my access point for 19 is through this road here, at least as it stands currently. Gotta think about that a little bit. Alright. But again, that's kind of off camera stuff. Alright, we're running out of time tonight. Like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? You've been tuned in tonight to another episode of Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch and my Twitch live stream series on the ALMA Missouri map. I'm Bose 831 Gaming on most of your major social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so on and so forth. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my content. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you don't. If you got some things you like to see, by all means, drop me a comment. Drop me a message on my Twitter channel. And just let me know. That's the only way I can improve and get better and give you the content that you want to see. Because that's how we do it around here in these parts. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode tonight. And look forward to subscribing to the series. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The only way I can get better is with the input provided by you, the people. So let me know. It's been fun. It's been a blast tonight. And I hope that you tune in for the next episode of my Twitch live stream series from Simulator 22, ALMA, Missouri. And again, we got a lot of contracts up here on the board that we are going to work off camera, a boatload of them actually. So I'm going to try to get some of that knocked out off camera, and then I'll let you know where I'm at when we get to them back in. And I'm also going to go ahead and expand this field. I won't be able to show you that right at the moment, but we're going to use the plow to expand this field out to the area we have indicated here with the dirt. And so when you come back in on Saturday, you'll be able to see the fruits of my labor. I appreciate you. Love you all. And I'll catch you folks on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.